Hello, welcome to When the Smoke Clears. I am the Recovery Plug. What's happening, everybody? Today's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Well, I am coming to you live from right outside the Hemisphere Tower. Yes, it's a cool freaking tower, isn't it? Yeah, well, I think I might have did a video out this way sometime. I'm not quite sure if I did or not, but I figured I'd pick this place. I really like this little area. And, you know, this tower back here, we got a few things in common. Me and this tower, we're both from San Antonio, Texas, and we were both commissioned in 1968. How about that? Alrighty. Well, I wanted to come to you today to talk a little bit about, uh, I guess, the dreams and the spirituality that comes with recovery. And, you know, when I say dreams and spirituality, a lot of people tend to back off a little bit. They don't like to talk about that kind of stuff too much in their, they don't want to get they don't want to get all godly on you and stuff. You know what I mean? So, um, in the world of recovery, they tend to get it back to my higher power, my understanding, and that sort of thing. But and that's good. You know what I mean? That's if that works for you, well, then that works for you, and that's good. Just so long as that you're here in this world of recovery and positivity, because what you don't want is you don't want to have a higher power that you believe in, and you're still in that negative, dark, deep hole of depression, anger, despair, and addiction. I mean, that's where you don't want to be. And if you're there, just know that there's hope. Just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that there's bright blue skies in the near future for you. You know what I mean? And, because it wasn't too long ago that I was in that dark, deep hole of just darkness and evil and just chaos. And, it's a world of toxicity that will consume you if you allow yourself to stay there. And in the world of addiction, that's the stronghold. And for me, it was using drugs. For me, it was smoking that crystal meth every freaking day. That was my stronghold. That's what kept me tied down to that toxicity world that I was in. And by the grace of God, I'm able to be here doing this video, doing these podcasts, streaming these live, stories to you, sober and happy, and just, I'm not all the way there by any means, because my days, they struggle. I have struggles because I'm an addict, and that's going to be an everyday thing that you got to deal with. But the more repetitive you do things on the positive basis, the easier your life becomes, the more positive things you attract, and it just, you'll find yourself happier and happier and happier every single day. And there's nights and days that I get into this little funk, but nonetheless, I'm aware of those things. I'm now my mind is in a clear vision mode, that I'm aware, and I can pick up those my extra heightened senses are able to pick those type of things up and deal with them in a healthy way. So so I'm grateful, and I'm glad that I'm here. I'm able to be here. Getting my health back is key for me. I missed not being healthy. I missed not, incorporating an exercise routine to my day, or a run, or a bike ride, and that sort of thing. Because when I was in full-blown addiction, man, that was the last and furthest thing from my mind. And it showed, you know what I mean? It showed in my actions, it showed in myself physically, and it showed in my character, it showed in my language, it showed in every aspect of my life that I wasn't where I used to be. And I'm glad that I'm here today, being able to speak to you sober and spiritually rejuvenated in a sense, and it's a great feeling. But I wanted to, a little touch a little bit of, on two aspects of things that I'm doing now, and putting two things that I put into my arsenal of recovery and positivity that I didn't have when I was before my before my relapse. I had a relapse that lasted for 5 years. Before that relapse, I had a sobriety stint of about 10 years, and during that time, there was a few things that I didn't do, and ultimately led me to relapse. And that relapse that I had after that 10 year of sobriety lasted 5 freaking years. And this is what I don't want to happen for you or for anybody else who's out in the world of addiction and darkness. And because if there's a will, there's a way to get out. And I'm living proof of that. And that's why I do these messages. That's why I do these videos. That's why I do this podcast, to send a message of what has helped me along the way and give that away to somebody else. And maybe it can help you get over here into this world of positivity and recovery. So I had been really studying and incorporating, discerning dreams and incorporating meditation in a high frequency situation. And there's a way to meditate with sound that heightens your frequency, that attracts your brain to release certain chemicals in your brain to heighten your senses to the spiritual world. And so I've incorporated that into my meditation. So I don't just meditate, just listening to the waves, or just, being in total silence and praying and that sort of thing. What I have done now is I've incorporated these frequencies into, there's certain frequencies. If you can Google this, you can Google the meditation frequencies, and it's certain sounds that pop something up in your pineal gland and in your brain circuitry that allows you to get into the spirituality world of your heightened senses, if you will. And everybody as human beings are able to do this, but only a few are able to actually do it. And I've gone through, I did a short little episode the other day, or a couple weeks ago maybe, of palmistry. And if you have the M symbol or the X symbol on your hand, then you're going to be one of those people who are able to do this. And a lot of people who have these marks, I call it an hourglass mark on your hand and the M mark. And for me personally, I believe that this is why I've been able to enter the spiritual realm. I've been able to have experiences with extraterrestrial, UFOs and that sort of thing. And also, I've been able to sense beings of good spiritual beings and bad evil spiritual beings, and it's something that I'm gifted with, and which I am now trying to incorporate things of that nature, and the meditation frequencies, along with the dream interpretations, and discerning the dreams that I have, because I have these vivid dreams of things that either I've been through before or I know that's coming. And it is, I believe that the spiritual beings, my God has messages that he sends me through those frequencies. And some people may believe it, some people may not, some people might think that you're crazy or whatever, but I know them to be true in my life. So that's why I talk to him. I've said this many times before on my videos that I'm not going to bring you anything that is not true. I only talk about things that have happened in my life, that I have personally gone through, or that I know of somebody who has gone through that, and I for sure know personally that that happens to be true. I don't feed you uh, nothing fictional. I feed you things that have been that I've actually touched, seen, and been through. So all of my stories are always the truth. They're raw, and they're they're me. You know what I mean? And so that is one thing that I'm incorporating into my recovery journey this time that I didn't have the first time. Well, not the first time, but the last time that I had a stint of sobriety. And because as an addict, it could be, I mean, you could have a stint of sobriety for a little while, and you could have it for a long while. And I'm hoping that this time around, for me, it's for a long while. It's for the rest of my life. And because prior, I've gone up and down, man. I've been through like 3 rehab centers, and I mean, I've was involved in drug and alcohol since I was in the first grade, up until an adult now. And so, you know, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to addiction, and the pitfalls and the ways to get out, and the ways to stay out. And um, you know, there's always new things that I learn from other people's stories, and experiences that I'm able to use in my personal journey of recovery. And that to me is key, is listening to people who have gone there, who have been there, who have done that, and who are addicts themselves. Because one of the things that I find to be true in the big book of AA, and the book of NA, that tell you that other addicts, addicts help other addicts into recovery. And I find that true because I feel that we're all, if we've gone through something, we are like prophets. Prophets are just people who are the messenger of whatever it is that they're speaking. If it's in truth, then it's a message that they're relaying that somebody else's ear needs to hear. And that is one of the key things to getting into recovery, because it's hard to get into recovery when you're just stagnant in a room by yourself, getting high or drinking, or just, you know, in whatever addiction it is that you are, that you're just there isolated alone. Then the probability of you getting help and you getting back into this world of recovery positivity is going to be pretty slim to none. And so if you hear people out, go to a meeting, reach out to some advocacies, some programs that are around your cities, listening to podcasts, listening to people like myself who have been there and done that, and who are giving you these golden nuggets to know that there's places and people that are there to help. And you know, you can always leave me a message, and I will do my best to give you the help that you need. If I can help you, I will, and if I can't personally, I will navigate you to some numbers and some resources that have helped me along the way, and then I know that they will help you. So it is it's a journey of work. It is a journey. It's a joyful journey, but it's a journey of doing things positive, but in a working sense. Because you can't just do nothing and expect to get in a world of recovery and positivity without doing any legwork. You know what I mean? So just know that it's a road of determination. It's a road of compassion. It's a road of empathy. It's an empathetic road. It's just a road of a positive stronghold that you can get for yourself in your own life by the help of other addicts and other organizations, and, you know, different programs and that sort of thing. So um, pride is always something that tears people down and keeps them grounded to that negativity and that dark world, because people don't want to ask for the help. People are too proud to ask for it. People are proud to, you know, claim that they failed in one way or another, because ultimately that's what it is. You're embarrassed, or you're just upset that you failed in that part of your life. And so it is um, something that you have to come to terms with spiritually in your own mind and your own heart to take that first step. And I'm here to tell you that it's attainable, and it's a something that is in your grasp. You just have to reach out and grab it, and reach out and do the legwork. And with getting connected with people like myself who have been there, who have done that, and who have that torch of just compassion and positivity, and just want to pass it on to the next person. These are the people you want to get involved with because they got the fire. You know what I mean? They got that passion. They got that drive. And when you have that, man, you can lead armies to recovery, man, and it's just awesome. But what I just encourage you guys to do a little research, do a little due diligence, and take time out of your day to maybe meditate just a little bit. Maybe go out to the church or to your local church, and they have programs out there at local churches and peer support groups and that sort of thing. And find an NA meeting, find an AA meeting in your area, and call, dial up that number. You dial a number like that, and you tell people that you need help over the phone, and you're not face to face. I can guarantee you, somebody's going to go by there and pick you up. They're going to super you up. They're going to take you over to a meeting, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to be able to listen to somebody's story. And you don't have to share anything. You just sit there and listen. And I can guarantee you, in one of these meetings, that you're going to hear a prophetic word that's going to speak to you and get you on that right track and get you on that first rung of that ladder to get yourself out of that dark, deep hole of darkness and addiction and just turmoil. So I just I encourage you to do stuff like that. And today's Sunday, and one of the things I wanted to do was just come out here and do this quick video so that I can get reach out to the audience today, because I have a few things that I have to do in my day to day, a few meetings and peer support groups like that. I mean, my day consists of, just so you know that I'm not just feeding you just raw material stuff that perhaps I don't do, but this is one of the things that I do. I take time of my day to day and did my service at the church, and then I did my service by doing this video, and then I have like an AA meeting that I got to go to, then I have a peer support group that I got to go to today, and then I'll get back to my the facility where I'm at currently at Crosspoint, and then I'm going to do a 6:30 AA meeting there for the fellas that are there who are struggling as well. So so my day's full of just doing my service work, and it's something that I enjoy doing, and I'm proud to do it, and I'm glad that I'm doing this sober here today. So well, if you take anything out of this message here today, is do your due diligence, make sure that you take that first step, because all it takes is just one step to get moving in the right direction. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I could use all the help that I can get in spreading this word of positivity and recovery to the addict who still suffers. And by doing that, the more subscribers I get and the more people who like my videos, the better off I am in spreading the word of positivity and recovery. So I appreciate you guys listening and watching. So until the next time on When the Smoke Clears, I am the Recovery Coach.